Okay, let's solve this quadratic. So your first step is the goal is to take this and factor it into its binomials. So you're going to draw the parentheses for your binomials. Now we're going to start filling this in. So what times what equals m squared? Well, m squared is m times m. So this is where we start, m times m. Next, we're going to look at the last term, 48, and we think of all the numbers. Well, what creates 48? Well, there's a lot more than just m squared, so we're going to think of all the ways to make 48. I could have 48 times 1. I could also have negative 48 times negative 1. I could have 24 times 2. Or negative 24 times negative 2. Why negative negative? Well, it's because a negative times a negative is also positive. So you have to think of both ways. Let's think of some more. We could have 12 times 4. So 12 times 4. You could have negative 12 times negative 4. We could have 8 times 6. Or negative 8 times negative 6. Okay, so you keep going with this list until you think of all the possible ways can I make 48. Once you think of everything you can, you're going to add up each of these factors. Any of these numbers could go in here, but the problem is if you put a random one like the first one you think of in here, they will not add up to the middle number necessarily. So let's try adding these up here before we decide on which one we're going to pick. So 48 plus 1, I'm adding now. Let me see if I can scooch this over. Okay. So 48 plus 1 is 49. Negative 48 minus 1 is negative 49. 24 plus 2 is 26. And then here is negative 26. 12 plus 4 is 16. Negative 12 minus 4 is negative 16. And 8 times 6 is 14. Negative 8 plus negative 6 is negative 14. So the reason why you add these is now this column is going to tell you which one of these factors or which pair of these factors do we put in the binomial. So you're looking here for the number in the middle term. Our middle term is 14. So we look through for 14. And when you found it, that is your clue telling you to use these factors. The factors that multiply to be 48, but they add up to the middle number 14. So positive 8, positive 6, I'll put those in my factors. Okay. Now, you have it factored. This is called factored form. But the reason why we're factoring is we are trying to solve for m. So how you move from factored form to solving for m is you set the first factor equal to 0. So m plus 8 equals 0, and then m plus 6 equals 0. And you're going to solve these two equations. Well, to solve means you're getting m alone, so I need to take this 8 to the other side. How I do that is I subtract 8 on both sides. Finally, I have m equals negative 8. That's one solution. Now over here, I need to get m alone again, so I subtract 6 and subtract 6. M equals negative 6. Okay, those are my two solutions. If you'd like, you could even plug them in here and make sure they work. So, I'll leave that for you to check your work because I want this video to be under 5 minutes, so I better stop right now. Okay, I hope that cleared it up.